Sarah Warden from Cocoon Boutique, and today on Wellbeing Wednesday we have the fantastic Michelle Robinson with us, complementary therapist specialising in Reiki and reflexology. Check out her link below, www.michellerobinson.co.uk. She is a fantastic therapist and I really can't recommend her enough. So today we are going to be discussing the tips and tricks that you can put into your daily routine to help you live a happier, healthier, stress-reduced life. So I guess a great place to start is actually to define stress. What is stress? The word stress is thrown around all over the place. So stress comes in two factors. We can have physical stresses and we can have a psychological stress. So physical stresses can be anything from suffering from an illness, going into surgery, suffering an injury. And a psychological stress is when our body cannot cope any longer with the physical demands of a situation. So that could be in the workplace, the stresses of work is too much and your body can no longer cope. It could be balancing work and a family life, as we all have to do these days. Or you may have found yourself into a situation such as a bereavement that puts you into that cycle as well. So the science bit. Our bodies are designed to cope with stress. We have a system called the stress response system. So as soon as stress comes into our lives, the stress response system kicks in and then we are able to cope with the situation. We go into survival mode. Now, the body adopts many different qualities to help us deal with this. The danger, if you like, is when we come into long-term stress, because the body's coping mechanisms carry on coping and they eventually can be at detriment to our health. So today, Michelle giving us some tips and tricks on how to deal with stress will really help reduce that in our lives. So Michelle, for those of people that don't know, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your treatments, and a little bit of history about reflexology?
Okay, well, I run a therapist business from home, doing reflexology and Reiki. I have a treatment room upstairs in my house. Reflexology is a foot massage, and what we do is we use the pressure points on the foot that corresponds with parts of the body.
Okay.
It's quite good because it can treat a whole range of ailments, and we can also tailor suit treatments to the condition of the person that's come to see us.
Okay.
Reiki is a similar thing as well. It's a holistic treatment just like reflexology, and it can help with emotional, physical problems, a whole range of things.
Okay, so actually the two, Reiki and reflexology combined, and actually to deal with stress would actually work really well.
Definitely, very much what I would do in that response. I would do half an hour Reiki. So I would start on the crown, so the head.
Okay.
Reiki is, it's like a massage without moving my hands. That's the way to explain it. It's using the energy that's around us. So I literally just stand behind a patient and I just put my hands on certain positions of the body, and then the Reiki goes through into them. So I do half an hour Reiki on the crown, on the shoulders, and then I would then go onto the feet. And what I've picked up on the Reiki, I can then do on the feet as well. So it works really well together.
Okay. And do different areas of the body in Reiki as well mean different things?
Yeah, so when you do Reiki, you can pick up on certain areas. So for instance, say you've got a lot of tension from stress, it would be held in your shoulders. So I would get different responses in my hands. So I might get a lot of heat. I might get a lot of cold, or a certain area I can't warm up with the Reiki. Have been known to experience pins and needles as well. And I also use a lot of intuition when I do Reiki as well, so I know an area is blocked.
Okay.
It needs work doing on it.
And what is the blockage? Just, could it be like it is stress, or?
It could be a number of things. It could be a physical block, so it could be something from the past.
Okay.
So for instance, if the knee showed up, they might have a problem with the knee in the past, like a sports injury.
Okay.
Or it could be a problem in the present, so I can feel the knee had an issue with it.
Okay.
And it might be that they've got some stiffness or there's some kind of joint problem in the knee area.
Okay.
So also there's the emotional side. So sometimes you find, for instance, in Reiki, if their knees are hurting, it's often for support. You know,
Okay.
they need more emotional support to stand upright.
Okay. And so I guess the physical and emotional elements that you can then put together, and of course, you know,
Absolutely.
they're always linked, aren't they?
Yes, definitely,
Okay.
definitely, and that's why they complement each other so well.
Okay. Fabulous. So what do you do to keep calm and composed? Because, you know, you're juggling a busy life, family life, work life,
Yeah.
your passion for complementary therapy. So what would you do for yourself to keep yourself calm and...
I think you've just summed it up. I found my passion.
Yeah.
I think that's what you need to do in life. You need to find something that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning,
Yeah.
makes you want to go and learn and do and get the satisfaction from.
Yeah,
So yeah, I have
absolutely.
got a busy life. I've got 3 daughters. I work part-time at school, and I'm also a therapist. But therapy is very much my passion.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop studying. It'll always be something that I've wanted to do and will do.
Yeah.
Reflexology, for instance, I had no idea what I was letting myself in for doing the course. A year-long course, autonomy and physiology and all that stuff. But I did it, and it makes me feel good. And it makes me feel good when I have clients in through the door as well, and they leave feeling better, or I see them next time and they look better, they feel better, they've got good results. So it's finding the passion.
Yeah. Do you think that's what keeps you going? Because it certainly keeps me going when you're just helping people feel better and you can see the results straight away.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And it's hard for people to have that moment out for themselves.
That's it.
And so when they take the responsibility to do that and then they get the great result from it.
No, definitely. So like yourself, I've got a treatment room at home and it's very tranquil, it's very quiet, very peaceful. When that door shuts, it's very much the outside world and the inside world. And the clients are having that time alone, and I also have that time alone with that client, so I'm forgetting everything that's outside that door.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing Reiki or doing reflexology, it's almost like I'm taking a bit of time for myself as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking my attention away from what I'm stressed about.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like a meditative state though, isn't it? I know when I'm massage and sometimes the time can go by so quickly and I think, have I actually done that whole hour or have I done that 90 minutes? But it's because I'm just so involved and you kind of sink into people's bodies, if you like.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
then before you know it.
And it's a good sign, time's gone fast, is when you're enjoying yourself, doesn't
Exactly.
it? So no, definitely, I quite often look up and think, oh my goodness, where did that go?
Yeah.
I need to finish.
We are very lucky to have found a passion
Yes.
that we love.
Yes, no, definitely, definitely. And I appreciate sometimes people don't find that in life. Then my suggestion would be to find something, have some me time. And discover what it is you want to do.
Time out.
Yeah, and that could be in a variety of ways. It could be walking a dog.
Yeah.
It could be having lots of baths.
Yeah.
With just the doors shut. It could be just listening to some music. It could be going into a coffee shop and having some coffee on your own.
Just to have that time and to
reflect.
Yeah. Rediscover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how does reflexology work? You touched upon the different points in the feet respond to different or relate to different areas in the body. So what's going on when you're pressing on those points?
Okay, so there's different points all over the foot, and what we do is on the foot there's 5 lines that come up your body in between each toe. They're called meridian lines. They work the same as acupuncture.
Okay.
They work along the same theory. It comes from China originally. Also comes from the Egyptian times. It comes from lots of different places over the years, reflexology. And when we focus on a certain point, we push into it, the energy is travelling up the body to that part of the body. There have been experiments over the years by various doctors, and they've found the response from pressure, skin pressure to the organ. So they do know that it works. And if you look online, you will find lots of research on reflexology and Reiki. So by stimulating the points, we are able to help the person. Reflexology is really good at blood circulation, re-energising. It's holistic, so it's mind, body and spirit, so it helps the whole condition rather than just one particular symptom. Yeah, like if you go to a GP, for instance, they'll just give you a pill. That will sort of physical symptom, it won't sort out why that symptom was there in the first place.
Okay. So how can reflexology help with stress?
It can help a number of ways because stress affects people in different ways. And they have different ways that stress comes from. So whether it be a family life or a work situation or a long condition, medical condition they've been coping with, it's very good at getting into the root of the problem. And people react to stress different ways. So say they get lots of headaches, for instance, you can work on different areas of the body that will help those headaches. If they get stressed through work and they've got poor posture because they're bent over a lot and they're worried and stressed, then you can work on different reflex points that will help them to sit up straight, relax the muscles in the back or the shoulders. We've also got other reflex points like the adrenals. They're very good at helping out with stress as well.
Okay, yes.
So, you know about the adrenals.
Goodness. Well, that's a whole other topic in
It
itself.
is, yeah, we'll do it another day.
So what would you say are 5 top tips to live a happier, healthier, reduced stress life?
5 top tips. I would say take time out, whether that would be to watch a film, to listen to music, to go for a dog walk. Find something you could do once a week that would be your time out. Could even be shopping. Fantastic.
We all like that.
Absolutely. Have a treatment. That's a very good thing to have done as well. There are certain areas you can also help yourself. There's a hand reflexology point you can do. So when you're feeling particularly stressed in a situation, you open up the palm of your hand and you press the middle of it with your thumb and you circle your thumb around. This is called your solar plexus point.
Okay.
And if you circulate that round, it'll help ease the stress.
Okay, so right in the middle of the palm there.
Yeah. And you just circle. If it hurts, that means you need to work harder. So if it hurts, you are really stressed, so you just need to work really more. So it's called the solar plexus point, and that will help you calm, help you with anxiety, apprehension, all those different stress feelings you get as well. So that's a really good one to remember when you're stressed.
Does it matter what hand you do it in?
You can do it on both hands, it applies to both hands as well. So
and is it best to do it in both hands? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So do it on one hand, and then turn around and do it on the other hand. You could almost do it discreetly, so you could stand there like this.
Especially if you're in that position at a moment in time that you are quite anxious, or
absolutely.
it is a subtle thing to do to kind of calm yourself and focus in on yourself.
Maybe if you've been confronted by someone or you're in a meeting and you have to present something and you're feeling rather nervous, that's a really good point to use.
Oh, fab.
So there's other things you can do to help stress as well. I would suggest breathing. It's a simple thing. Helps us to live.
But we don't do it properly, do we?
No, exactly. So just breathe in a lot. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you breathe in through the nose, really build up those lungs as much as you can and then release it as slowly as you can. It's quite a hard thing to do, actually, breathing. A lot of people. 3 times is always good. Healing number is number 3, so everything in 3s. So if you could do that every now and again when you feel yourself building up to stress, breathe in, breathe out.
And slowly and take it all in, fill up your lungs.
And then let it out again,
Yeah, because we all shallow breathe actually now. It's only when you're a baby and you watch a baby and they breathe with their tummies.
You can see how much they breathe as well.
Yeah.
And that's a really interesting thing actually, because when you do reflexology you can do the diaphragm and you actually bend the top of the foot and you push the thumb in, and that can be really tense. And the same with Reiki, when you hold someone's diaphragm, that's really tense because they're just not breathing. So if you find yourself stressed out a lot, perhaps try and do a couple in the morning before you go off for your day. Or at the end of the day to help you calm down
again
for night time. So a lot of water is the other thing for stress. It's always good for everything. And any clients that are watching this will probably laugh at me because I'm always going on about the importance of water. But water helps so many things. So drink lots of water throughout the day, lots of sips, rather than one big load of water in one go, because that has no effect at all. Just lots of sips for the day. So perhaps get yourself a sports bottle that you can just keep filling up throughout the day.
Little bits at a time.
So I think that's 5, isn't it?
I think we might have gone over 5. That's brilliant.
There we go. Value for money.
That is absolutely brilliant. I hope you take Michelle's top tips and start living